We are just... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 86 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility. And we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
And opening drive sack. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Up to about the 30. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He'll look to set up his blockers. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So now the field goal team comes on, led by the kicker, Kerry Spear. This from 42 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalposts. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he nailed that one through despite kicking it into the teeth of the wind.
Well, let's play a little golf here, shall we? That's a low iron shot, almost like a stinger. And somehow he finds a way to get it through the wind and through the posts.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Watch 35. Watch 35. Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot. But they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
And he's got room. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Chargers on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Well, they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. At the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The quick slant caught. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defense.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays that...
All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Carey Spear on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He probably wants to improve how he's been playing. There's no doubt about that. But you don't want to overthink it too much and reinvent the wheel when your team's up, right?
That's so true. Because now if you're just worried about how you're playing, even though the team's winning, that's a selfish side of you that you don't want out there. And that's not what the best quarterbacks exhibit. So here's an opportunity to go ahead and guide the team, try and get better as the game goes along. But remember...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They find some open field here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 8 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Chargers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Over the middle, complete. It's Hardy. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Man complete over the middle. That's Hardy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Now let's go.
This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Their quarterback with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Here we go. Green 39!
Over the middle, complete. It's Blake. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Browns are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Chargers just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Midway through the first quarter, Manning's looking for room to run, and he'll go in for the score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Midway through the second quarter, Manning's got it on the run, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Browns go up by 11. First and 10. Here the pass would be completed into coverage, and it ends up working for a touchdown. The Chargers trail now by 4. Now first and 10. Coverage breaks down here, and this will go for a touch. The lead now at 11. Browns with the ball late in the half. He'll fend off the tackle with a stiff arm, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Browns go up by 18. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's get you back up to Cleveland as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there at 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They're going to look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And Spears' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Back to throw here. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Green 39.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Stays on his feet. Oh, wait. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? what does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
They'll set up a throw. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
In the red zone this time.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Second and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
you don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On play action, they'll throw. And some room to work. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Chargers on third down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Blake. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. And this is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Got it try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he spins past him and into space. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Barton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the play clock's running down. And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Complete on the deep ball.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt.
And that's what friends are for.
It's the returner. You know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.